Hello, hello, hi, 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 hello, hello. I need to take my vitamins because I keep forgetting. Literally, I had the thought, like, I looked at my vitamins and I thought, oh, I need to get my vitamins like 3 times today, and I still haven't. So I'm going to do that now. Fun activity, of course. Here we go. Hello, hello. I hope everyone had a nice Monday. I hope everyone had a nice Tuesday. The way I take meds is very vibes-based. I just put it in my mouth, I drink, and whenever I feel like it's going to, like I feel like it's the right moment, then I swallow, and the med go with it because of it. I don't know why. Just how I do it. Here we go. And sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. Depends on the day. But yeah. Hope everyone had a nice Monday. Hope everyone had a nice Tuesday. I am finally caught up on all of the VODs until the end of this stream, because then I will have this VOD to put up. But all of the VODs are now up until tonight. So I caught up and I'm very happy about that. Now I can get behind on again, and that will be wonderful when that happens, I'm sure. I did a TikTok that exploded, which happens from time to time with my art TikToks. It's quite rare, it's not frequent, but like it can happen, and it has happened before. But it hasn't happened in a very long time now. It like really exploded. Hi Antoine. No worries. It's been a while since like a TikTok has really exploded. This one has, sorry. I mean, it's TikTok number, so it's not that much as like a TikTok number. But for an account that's really not popular, it is a lot. Like, I didn't get millions of views. I got like 40k so far and 3k likes. So I'm happy with that. And 42 comments. And since it's a video where people comment on it, it's only like making it more. And a lot of people also favoriting it because it's a trend, so they're like saving it so that they can do it as well. But yeah. So that's good. And it's kind of cute because it was the TikTok of like the character thing with like me as a kid and like all the characters that were my favorites, and like and all of them are that specific qualification. It was like transmask coded characters. And in that list, I had specifically a character from Chugokara, and people apparently are really happy to see Chugokara on the timeline in 2026, because most of the comments are people being like, Chugokara in 2026? Oh my god, it's Chugokara! It's very funny to me. My 5th streamer has exploded. How fun! Not literally, that makes sense. He's talking in live. Yeah. Yeah, a few people are like, oh my god, Len from Vocaloid. I have had one person who's really happy about Shake being on there, from Zelda. I haven't had much comments about the rest of the characters, but a few of them are like more popular, so it makes sense. I've had like one person being like, I don't know if Mulan qualifies, and I'm like, she does, shush. Very kindly, because they were like, well, at the end of the day, she does like go back to being a woman and stuff. So I don't know if she qualifies for like Transmask. And I was like, to me, she kind of like is under the same umbrella as Haruhi from Ouran High School Club, where like the characters like don't care about their gender presentation. Like they don't care what people call them, if it's like guy or girl or he or she. They really don't. But the only gender presentation that they specifically don't like is feminine, like stereotypically feminine presentation. Like Haruhi, it's the thing that she does the least in the entire show, and doesn't seem to enjoy that much when she has to wear a dress or has to be hyper femme. It's more like, okay. And Mulan specifically hates it in the movie. So to me, that's still like, it could just be a cis woman that doesn't like being stereotypically feminine, obviously, but also neither of them. I mean, Haruhi is more specific because Haruhi says explicitly that like they're non-binary basically. Mulan is not the case, but Mulan doesn't care a single time being gendered masculinely or seen as a man. Quite the opposite, she seems to be enjoying it more than anything else. Going back to being seen as a woman also isn't a problem, but like clearly there's no like dysphoria as being seen as a man. So to me, that works. That's like trans-mask non-binary rep to me. And also it's like a lot of people's like first egg is that movie. So that makes sense. And there was actually a comment about like, why isn't Haruhi on there? And I was like, cause I wanted to put stuff from when I was really small, like actually a kid, and I watched All I Know School Club like a lot later as a teen. So that's why Haruhi is not on there, but Haruhi fits that list. And the person was like, oh yeah, that's valid. Also had a comment about Rainbow Dash, but that's very... I've never watched My Little Pony, so I don't know if Rainbow Dash is trans-mask coded. And also, there's a difference between characters that you, as a person, are like, that's a trans character, and characters that have, like, coding, kind of. Like, there's differences in, like, the list of headcanons. And, of course, a few people that were happy about Spidey as well, being on the list. And Haku as well. I had more comments about Haku than I thought I would have, because Haku's a very niche character. He's from Naruto. And he is a character that appears like in a few chapters at the very start of the manga, and then we don't see him again ever. And like he is, I feel like he impacts people a lot because he's very pretty. And there's this whole like transness thing about him, which is that he is not seen as a guy first, and then they play on that, and then they're like, no, he is a guy actually. He's just pretty like that. But yeah, and so I didn't think that many people would be like commenting on Haku, because I was like, that's not really, you know, not that much, but a little bit, not that much. Popularity wise and like well known wise. And then people were really happy about Haku, and I was like, Haku and Churukara, which was the two ones where I was like, I don't think people will really know them. And there was the two, especially Churukara, that people were so hyped about, and I'm like, very happy about that. Do continue to be hyped, please. But yeah, it happens once in a while. And it's always nice when it happens that something explodes a little bit. God. In less good news though. So yesterday I had a long day, because yesterday I woke up at 5 a.m. Because on Sunday nights I went to sleep at 1 a.m. and as we know, if I go to sleep before like 3 a.m. my body thinks it's a nap. But I was like dead. I was like feeling so bad at 1 a.m. so I went to sleep. Like even during stream I wasn't great, so I went to sleep early. And so I go to sleep, I wake up at 5 a.m. and then I get a text later in the morning that the water is being cut, because my dad's cutting the water because there's one of the sinks in the... Actually, there's only one sink, so the sink in the kitchen is having issues. And so thankfully during the day, like early afternoon, it was fixed, so that was good. But yeah, during the day someone came, fixed it, and whatever. But I did end up with me having to brush my teeth with a bottle of water that I had still here, and I had to like rinse my mouth with that. So that was fun. It was great. And then I went to do my groceries. And they had quite a lot of stuff, but they didn't have some of the specific stuff I wanted, sadly, so. But it's fine. Went back from groceries. When I went to the groceries, it was really cute because, so, when I go out, I mask because it's important, because I think it's important. And I didn't realize I was out of masks, so I need to go get more masks, but I'm out of them right now, sadly. And I'm still kind of like thinking, did I put them anywhere? Because I remember having like still quite a bit, so I don't know where they are. I'm very confused about where I put my masks. I don't know if I finished the box and I didn't realize because I just like take one and I leave, but that seems weird. I don't know, whatever. And so I went grocery shopping without a mask, and on the way I saw a guy that was we just like crossed path, you know, and so I just kind of look whatever, anywhere and stuff, and he looks at me, and I see that he's looking at me, and I turn my head to look at him as we pass each other. And first of all, I see that he has a cat in a hand and a carrier in the other, so already peak. And then he's like smiling at me really big, and I look at him and I'm like, that's a trans guy. And he saw that I was a trans guy, and so I smiled as well, and that was so nice. It was just like, we didn't talk or anything, we just passed and like smiled at each other, but that was such a cute interaction, and that really like, I had a hard time not smiling the rest of the way to the grocery store, because that was so fucking cute. Just like big smile at each other, that was genuinely so cute. It made my like grocery trip so much better, especially when you take into account that it was so fucking warm. It was like 18 degrees outside yesterday. It was so warm. It sucked. Like I know it's because I wear all black, so that it makes me warmer, but like I was so sweaty when I came back from groceries. I was genuinely shocked. I was like, why am I so sweaty? It's not even 20 degrees. What the fuck? How am I going to survive the summer? Sorry. How am I going to survive the summer? Like, I was in a short sleeve t-shirt. Like, I wasn't in a jacket or anything. I was short sleeve t-shirt, light pants, boots. God, I was so fucking warm. It made me slightly glad that we had like a water cut in the morning, because then I took my shower after I came back, when I usually would have taken the shower before I went. So that made me slightly glad about that, because that way I was like, okay, at least I didn't feel like showering twice or whatever, so that's good. Sorry. Because I have I'm just a poor Victorian child with dry skin, so like, and the water here is very hard, so showering a lot isn't great for my skin. But yeah, that was my day. And in the evening we played Ace Attorney with Tekken. That was very fun. Then I did some FF14 as always. And then today I mostly worked. Hi Sunny! Thank you so much, you're so sweet for coming to say hi. No worries for the lurk. But yeah, and then today I just mostly worked. I did the TikTok that I posted after the one that blew up. Which is doing okay. It's doing like good for what my usual numbers are on TikTok. You can really tell how TikTok works as an app when like something blows up and you really your amount of people subscribing to you are actually the same. Like I'm begging you, please. Whatever. But yeah, the new one's doing it. So I did that, and then I finished the sketch for tonight, and then did some work on another illustration I'm doing. So at least that's good. That's getting work done, and I'm close to being done to that one as well, which is good. I have done the background, I've done my lettering, I might change stuff about the lettering, I'm unsure. And I just need to do the character now. Then I'll be good. That's nice. Also finished the posting all the VODs, like I said, so that's good. The only annoying thing is, I mean, it doesn't have to do anything to do with work, but my dad's redoing my mom's shower and the toilet downstairs, so we also had people here like redoing everything today, and we're going to get people tomorrow, which is what I thought would happen, because my dad was like, I'm leaving on Wednesday, they're here today, meaning like on Monday, they'll be here tomorrow, but I'm leaving on Wednesday. And I was like, no chance in hell that like they're not still here on Wednesday. Like when they did my showers, it was like for a week or something. Like they're not going to be there on Wednesday. Like that's silly to even think they're not going to be there on Wednesday. But he hadn't said anything. And then tonight he was like, well, they're going to be back tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah, yes, they're going to be. My mom said it's fine because she's going to be able to like open the door and stuff, so I don't need to worry too much, but I'm going to still put an alarm in case because they're supposed to be there in the afternoon. But the thing is, they have my number, not my mom's, so you know. We'll see, but I'll try to be cognizant just in case. But as a good thing though, I have a new notebook now. Because for when this one is finished. It just says notebook on it. I don't know if you can't see, but it's just engraved saying notebook. It's very like, it's just basic line. So that will be good for when I'm done with my current stream notebook, which is this one. Which you can't really tell. Here we go. This is where I am in the notebook, so I just have a little bit more. So once I'm done with it, I'll have a new one, which is nice. Because I asked my dad, because my dad is someone that likes to write on little squares. He doesn't like lines, he doesn't like the like little dots, but he likes the squares. And the thing is, right? The thing is, I know from remembering from a very long time ago, but I was like, there is still a chance. From a very long time ago, he had one with little dots, but he didn't like it. And he was like, I wanted little squares, but didn't have any in stock. So now I took this one. And I want to go buy myself a little notebook. I would like an A6 if possible. A5 is good, but A6 would be nice. To work on, I might get an A5 anyways, because I think I want A6 because visually it works nicely in my brain, but I think A5 would make more sense. Anyways, or like an in-between kind of thing, whatever. Because I want to like get better at lettering, and like freehand lettering, I feel like little dots would be nice rather than little squares for me. So I wanted one, and I was like, hey, do you have any? Because I know that you had that one a very long time ago, so do you have any like you want to get rid of or whatever? And he looked around and he didn't, but he had this one, so now I have that one. Which, funnily enough, I know, whoopla, almost dropped my water bottle. I know kind of the story of this one, because when my dad like left the last company he worked for, because he does a lot of like shorter missions, so he'll be like at a company for like a year or two and then go to another. Like he does that quite a bit. And when he left the last company he was at, they like, apparently the people there liked him a lot, and so they gave him gifties when he left, and so they gave him like a very nice pen, I think, and this notebook and like a little letter and stuff. I know because I saw them and I was like, oh, what's that? And I looked and I was like, oh, it's that. Okay, makes sense. It was quite cute. And so the notebook wasn't there, and I was like, that's a line notebook. He doesn't use line notebooks. But also I didn't want to be like, can you give me the notebook you got as a gift? So I was kind of happy when he was like, I'm not using this, do you want it? I was like, please and thank you. I will use all the notebooks you give me. I love notebooks. Please and thank you. So I have one for, which is good because I'm almost, like I was saying, I'm almost done with the stream one. So I was like, I kind of have to start thinking about getting a new one. So great. To be fair, I feel like I note less than I should in there sometimes, so it might still leave for a little bit. Because it looks like I have more, because this side, right, than I do, because there's the backing is quite big. It's only like that amount of pages. I'm on page 93 and there are 123 pages, I think. Yes, 123. But I wrote... I did that a lot. I start writing at the back of notebooks. So there is a little bit writing at the back of this. So actually 115. So I only have this, it would seem, left. So that's... Let me look up the math for that. I only have like 22 pages left, so it'll be done soon, I'm sure. What did I do at the back of this one? Oh yeah, we did playlists for... Helene at some point like not made us but asked us to do playlists because she wanted us like to try to do a playlist that made sense if it was an album per the BPM of the songs. And I did them, and I did one that was only Taylor Swift as like kind of a joke, and I did a serious one, which has no Taylor Swift song, I think, has one Taylor Swift song, and now I wouldn't put any, but at the time I put one, with like some of our favorite songs and try to make it make sense with like, if it was like a rock one or a pop one, like look up, okay, this genre usually has this BPM wise in an album, so make your own like playlist that would be an album. And so it was like my notes on like the BPMs and which song I wanted to put in and everything, which was quite cool. I was like hesitating between a pop and a rock album. I think I ended up doing like pop rock, and so I mixed both. I think that's what I ended up doing. I don't remember. But yeah. And then I did one that was just Taylor Swift, and so I did with the like the Taylor Swift knowledge I had. Yeah, it's mostly that, and then the rest is the time I tried very shortly to learn Korean, and so it's a little bit of Korean writing and stuff. Because since I was like, Korean is written... I know it's written... It's written the same... whatever. Yeah, it's a little bit... And I gave up very quickly. I forgot and gave up very quickly. But yes, and then like this notebook became just a stream one. Because the other I had started writing other stuff on the other end, so I was like... I haven't done that in a little bit, but I do really enjoy having like multiple sides. Like writing at the end of notebooks, and then it's like merges back. My first... what's it called? My first... scrapbook notebook one that I have, it started as that because I had started the start as like a bullet journal when I was a teenager, and so up I had started the bullet journal and in high school, and then I still had like a good chunk of the notebook wasn't at all touched, and so I started the the scrapbook at the end, and then I went back the entire notebook. Or even like with stream notebooks, I do that a lot. Like at the end I start because like I have usually, what is it here, I have usually sorry, always have a hard time like talking as I'm doing stuff. Up, I need to do this. Yes, thank you. Okay, here we go. Because usually while I'm writing in a notebook, you know, here we go. There's like, I'm taking notes for games and stuff, and I don't want to have like a page in the center where like I can't really take notes because I'm like, well, here is stuff for the game, and then random pages, etc., and then more stuff for the game. Like I like them to be like concise, and so what I often do is I then use the back to put those pages in. I also started writing in this little one that Antoine gave me, the one that has the mushroom girlies. And it's just random notes in this one. It's usually stuff that I would write on post-it notes or whatever. But since I'm almost done with my post-it notes, I started writing some stuff in there. But yeah, it's just random notes. Like I finished. Oh yeah, I did that as well. Since I woke up very early, what I did in the morning on Monday is that I finished doing all the achievements from Ghost Trick. I now have all of them, and so I noted some of the achievements and what the names were so I could look them up. And fun fact now, you know the slidey puzzles where you have like squares and there's one square missing and you need to redo the image and all the squares are in different formations and you have to slide them around? Now I have a technique on how to do that. Because there's an achievement, like there's mini games in Ghost Trick, and the mini game is you have 3 different scenes that move, by the way. They're animated scenes that become those puzzles, and you have 3x3, 4x4, 5x5, so 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5 of the squares. And you need to re-put them, right? I feel like I'm not making any sense and I'm very sorry. But yes, and so... up, here we go. Yes. And so I had to do that, and the 5x5 are really hard. And so I needed to look up how to do them, and I found someone that explained like a good technique on how to do them, and now I know. So they took less time than they would have, which is, I think, very good. And I'm very glad about that, thankfully. And now if I ever get those puzzles in another puzzle game, I shall know. GG. They're usually in Professor Layton games and stuff, so good to me. God. I just hope, you know, with the gym. Like, I don't know shit about, like... I know a little bit, but very little about anything about the machines and how they work and what makes sense where and whatever. So I hope the gym makes sense, because I photo bashed a few things, so... For the references, so it, like, wasn't just one photo. So I hope people that, like, know actually what gyms are like, don't look at the illustration and are like, what the fuck is this? Is that when your day was going to be chiller? I'm thinking about the fucking notebook and I'm like, am I going to town this week to try and go get it? Because I know I can get one. But like, I'm like, any day when it's not like really warm. Oh yeah, it's going back down. That's nice, okay. But also it's rain. It's rained quite violently today. It's going to rain tomorrow apparently. It doesn't rain on Thursday, so I might go Thursday. And then it goes back to like 12 and 10 degrees and 11 and 9 and 12. So that's good. That's good. Up. Oh well. Oopsie. Well, oopsie. We'll see how when it stops. And if... God, I forgot to charge. Usually... This fucks me up because I usually never forget to charge my Apple Pen. Okay, I'll tell you. If this is like a real Apple Pen is at 5% issue and cuts, we'll just do sketches in Krita. That's fine. Yep. But I haven't, well, give me a sec. Let me just do it at least. Because the thing is, you can't charge an Apple. That can, the newer you can, but I can't have a newer Apple Pen with my iPad. I have to have the old one because it's an old iPad. So if you don't like manually charge it to like, it doesn't work. And also specifically, you can't charge it while it's you can't use it. I'm going to successfully say this sentence, I promise. You can't use it while it's charging, which I know is very smart of them. And usually what I do is that I charge the Apple Pen when I go to do food. And today I forgot. And of course, it's a day where apparently my Apple Pen's not charged. Ugh. Yeah, if there's an issue, I'll put the tablet and we can do some Krita. That's fine. Usually when it tells me 5%, it stays around like an hour or something. So we'll see. Oh, I think maybe because it was like I charged the iPad when I went. Maybe that's why. Maybe the iPad didn't have a lot of battery and I put it on charge and then... Yeah, that might be why. I forgot. I did mostly work on my iPad today, so it makes sense that Apple Pen would be a bit not the most charged. Because of how old my iPad is now, I slightly always live in fear of it breaking down. I've not had issues, but also I have read many horror stories of people being like, well, one day it just didn't lit up anymore, and I'm like, I need to re-back it up, because most of it is backed up in multiple places, but there are newer stuff that isn't, so I need to do that. And also at the same time, it's so annoying to like have to every time you do like one new piece of art, being like, okay, back it up here, back it up there. Ugh. Are they on the same thing? No, they're not. I don't know if they're the same thickness even. Here? No. It's like on the line. Here we go. Up. Yes. And you take this here. Okay. Okay. Ugh. Hopla. Apparently, I just checked. What in French we call spring rolls, in English is called summer rolls. And I'm squinting at that. That's the wrong season. Technically, you can also call them Vietnamese spring rolls, apparently. I'm like, Because I made, well, summer rolls / Vietnamese spring rolls. I made that for dinner tonight. And I was like, it's kind of cute because, like, it is spring. It has been spring for not that long. Like, people are like, oh my god, spring, spring, spring. And I make spring rolls. That's kind of cute. And then I was like, wait, it's not called spring rolls in English. And I looked it up. And I'm like, what do you mean summer rolls? What the fuck? I think I remembered someone calling them summer rolls. So I was like, let me look it up. It is indeed that. Ooh. Wrong season. Either way, they were really nice. I made too many as I always do when I do them. So I might have some later. The only sad thing is that I usually add soy sauce fried tofu in them, and they didn't have tofu at the grocery store. So instead I had to use, well, nothing. I just put only the veggies and the rice noodles in there. It was still good, but less no protein instead. But yeah, I think my body was craving fiber, so good job me. And I'm also happy because like last time I made them, I had like some really bad rice paper. For some reason, like they kept ripping and stuff, and the rice paper I bought at the Asian grocery store is much better, much sturdier. And so I was like, nice. It actually holds up, this one. Good. And so much more for like the same fucking price or cheaper. Sorry. Though I slept like a lot tonight, so that was good. Also good because I slept only 5 hours the night before, so... Did I? No, I slept 4 hours because I went to sleep at 1 AM and I woke up at 5, so I slept 4 hours. So it's good. I cut back on the sleep tonight. Yesterday night, whatever. I think I woke up like a bit early because the guys were doing, the plumbers was there and like taking care of my mom's shower. So I think I got awoken by that at some point, but I went back to sleep, so that wasn't too bad. I have a vague energy memory of what the dream was like, but it would be hard to describe. But it was good, wasn't bad. Ah, fuck.
you
I'm back. Okay. Up. It's always an issue when I draw stuff that I don't know how it works. Like, in general, when you draw something and you're not like sure intrinsically how the thing works, it's hard after you've done the sketch to be like, wait, what was this part again? How did it like connect again to whichever other part? Because like, even if I know it's not going to be like perfect, I'd like to get it like at least a little bit right. I understand how it works like a little bit. That's not being a straight line. There we go. Give me a second to check something. Where's it here? Up, here we go. Up. Where is it? Here. Okay. Share. JPEG. Save. Up. Go. Yeah. This. Okay. Okay. That should be the colors. What was that? Yeah, I'm going to make the ground just like slightly lighter. I want to be able, yeah, that's better. I want to be able to see the lines. Ben's officially dead. Okay, that's fine. Let's just do this. This. Up. Up. Charge it. Up. Like that. Oh. Up. There we go. Up. Up. Whatever tablet I connect, I always have to do something. The fucking anime. Let's go. I always feel like such a hacker when I add stuff in the terminal. I'm going to put it here. Okay. And I'm going to open Krita. There you go. Image. Size preferred. A4 600 DPI. It went by the name of the thing which was not saved, so I was like, where is it? I don't see Krita anywhere. Up. Okay, let's see. I apologize for like, can I just so I don't, where is it here? It's a little bit better, but it's not in any way like the best, so at least a little bit better. Here you go. Bit like an in between. Yeah, it's good. Okay, up. God, I really need to relearn how to draw on like a pen tablet, because it's I always have like a little bit of like a whenever. Oops. Oh. God, I always forget when it's art streams to change it to art category. I love when I ask a question to someone and the person is like, here is the full detailed answer. I'm like, yes! Thank you. Like, it makes you happy when like people are like, oh yeah, I thought about it like seriously, and here is like the detailed answer. I'm like, nice. Hi, Helene. Can't even sneak talk about people anymore. Thank you, Helene. I mean, to be fair, without the ears, it's not very much elements of comprehension, so... It's not the easiest thing to guess without the ears. Oops. I'm learning so much from Googling stuff. I love it. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, up, up. Hopla. Oh my goodness. Of course, of course. ears are so weird in FF14. I don't know why they did the ears like that. The ears actually stress me out. Yeah, they still like they're weird. Like it took me like a curve. I had a curve of appreciation for the way the cat people are in FF14, because at first I was like, because of the ears and like the way their face are kind of squished and stuff, I was like, I don't like the designs. Now I don't have issues. There's some really cute and stuff, but like at first I was like, why was that the way you decided to draw these people? Took me a curve of appreciation, and now I have no issue. But at the start, there were problems. At the start, there were 5 nations. Except for Grahatia, everything is looks perfect on him. Handshake, yeah, we can handshake on Grahatia. I'll wait to know more about him though. I know I'll like him. I know I will have no issue liking him, but I'm waiting. I really need to get back into like I need to do some grinding on the game. Are you to the part where we see him again? Did you finish post Stormblood? Is it all good? Me too, I can't wait to be home and get into it. Oh yeah, true, because you're not home right now. Maybe I'll be able to catch some of the hours on you. I rechecked how many hours we all had yesterday, and I was like, oh. I see. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard people being like, in the new content it's not the same VA, and people are sad because Jonathan Bailey had said that no matter what, he would continue to voice it. Apparently that's maybe not true. So who knows? I saw some people that were like, no, it's a new stuff. He was just like in his car or something. Like he was just like, he must have been like tired or something when recording it. I promise it's him. It's so funny. Yeah, I remember checking that clip when it first started, and so I could not hear it. Honestly, I don't think I'm good enough with voices to like really check that much. Thanks to this, I learned that the difference between Seeker of the Sun and Keepers of the Moon is that Keepers of the Moon have fangs, Seekers of the Sun has straight teeth and no fangs, and Keepers of the Moon have round pupils and Seekers of the Sun have slanted pupils. So Ishtola and Grahatia are both Keepers of the Sun, and two characters that I do not know are Keepers of the Moon. So yeah. I did the basic markings, but of course there are more. I don't know if there's markings you'd prefer. Like there's also like the forehead ones, matching with the hotties. There's also like the forehead ones. That's being like. There's some different cheek ones. For the forehead ones, there's one that's like 3 spikes like this, and there's one that's just 2 spikes. I don't know if you want forehead markings. The cuties. I'd draw a third portrait on there of someone if they were in FF14, but a certain someone doesn't know what he would be in FF14, so I can't do that. Oopla. Almost hurt myself there. You okay with just cheeks? Okay. Just cheeks then. You saw my face. I can work around that. You know. That's a surmountable. I don't see the problem. Forehead will be like pointing to my mole like a road construction signal. I mean, there's also the ones that are like this, to be not like this. Wait, up. There's also ones that are like this. To be fair, true, it does also kind of point to your mole. Is this or is this? Either way, it kind of just points. So like, since it goes inward, it's going to point. Oopsie, up. Here we go. Be careful of them all. There's also some ones that have like the little nose thing like this, but I feel like it just kind of looks silly. It looks painted on, but I think anyone can have that one, to be fair. Mustache. Yeah, the infamous over the nose mustache. Andiera is cute because it's like subtle. The infamous. Up. Okay. I wonder what conversation we're having on there for you to be confused. I don't know if we're having a conversation. I think it's kind of just happening. What is also like a nose gradient thing. Some have apparently. Du coup, le mur était porté. Bah, je sais pas, écoute, hein, on a fait ce qu'on pouvait, hein. On a laissé le mur. C'était pas clair, hein. C'était pas clair. C'est pas clair cette histoire. C'était pas au clair. Ah, écoutez. Oh putain. So in France, like I said last week, we're having mayoral elections this Sunday. So people are sending in, you know, like their tracks and stuff, being like, hey, vote for us, whatever. The alt-right party in one of the cities forgot to print the name of the cities of the city on their thing. So it was written, vote for us in your city. City name. Attention, cette fois là, de nous choper par le callback. Oh, mais là, ça commence à être fort. Hein. Putain, ça a dû tellement les faire chier que ce soit arrivé ce truc là quand même. Wanna guess which of the two fucking... I forgot their names. I forgot the name of the elves in FF14. Wanna guess which one of the two I'm going to draw? There's two possibilities. H-word. H-word sounds like something where else. No, A-word, no, H-word. H-O-H. H-A-H. And you're correct. It's going to be Oshafal. Because I haven't drawn him ever. I have drawn Emeric before, but I've never drawn Oshafal. So I was like, I should draw him. Here. It makes me laugh so much, like how there are characters that are I'd say technically more important than Orzhafal in like the overall lore that pass after Orzhafal's death, and like no one gives a fuck, no one does a funeral, no one goes on their tomb and whatever. Orzhafal though, we have full sequences. That's so funny to me. They knew which one we cared about. They knew which one would mark the players. It wasn't the Scion I hate the most. Up. Up. Him and his fuck ass Bob. Up. Best hot cocoa in Quartus. No worries. Good night, Helene. Rest well. Good night, good night. Mm. Fucked up the chainmail, but that's fine. Okay, up. That's a cute waterfall. Yeah. Good night, Antoine. Sleep well. Yeah, talks. Very small on the big page. I can do up this. Oops. That's what I wanted to do. Anyway, up. Oh, that's why. Okay, up. I wasn't on the right thing. That's why it wasn't working. Up. Here we go. And then the last one. Here we go. Okay. Up. Here we go. And we go free. I need to correct a little thing and then we'll be good. Here we go. Up. And we'll finish there for today. Up. Okay, so schedule. Here we go. Okay. Tomorrow we're continuing the room. We're probably finishing we are finishing the room 2 and probably starting the room 3. That's the goal. Thursday I'll be off as always. We'll have more art on Friday and I'll make sure to to charge my Apple Pen before stream. Saturday we're starting Outer Wilds. Very exciting. And on a Sunday co-working as always. Up. So I'm going to go now. Thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you tomorrow for finishing the room 2 and starting the room 3. Bye bye.